welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Marathon Capitalist, please like and subscribe to the channel. Now I'm gonna bring y'all a video in 3 minutes or less because I know y'all brain can't take much more. Now let's get into it. Today we're gonna talk about assets versus liability because my people just don't seem to understand the difference between the two. Now the first thing I'm gonna talk about is assets, and that could be simply something that puts money into your pocket. Now, the first asset that I'm going to hit on is stocks. Stocks can be seen as putting money into your pocket either through capital gains or some type of dividend. And basically, with the stock, you are purchasing part of a company. And then also the next thing that I'm going to get into is crypto. Currencies are seen as assets as well, and they are very similar to stocks, but they can drive money through buying into coins or some type of other cryptocurrency or crypto asset on the blockchain. And then lastly, commodities. Commodities are something such as gold and silver, maybe lumber or uranium. Those three assets can put money into your pocket. You want to make sure that you do your own research, and you want to make sure you are building generational wealth through purchasing assets first. Now, the next thing that I want to get into is liabilities. Liabilities are simply something that takes money out of your pocket. The biggest liability that most people have is a car. When you purchase a car, especially if you go to a bank and get if you get financing on a car, you are getting a depreciating asset. So also on top of paying back the car, you're gonna have to pay insurance with a higher premium if you get a better car. And then also you're gonna have routine maintenance that you're gonna have to put on a car. And then the car is also depreciating in value. There is only a select few cars that are not depreciating values. They can be seen as antique cars in which you sell it at a later date and get more for your money. It's going to be very slim. Just know that's a liability 9 times out of 10. And I would say 9.5 out of 10. The next thing I'm going to talk about is just material things. We all want nice things. However, buying material stuff that we don't need, such as more clothes, such as nice jewelry, such as just anything that you go to the store and purchase that you don't necessarily need, and you just kind of overdo it. You spend the money that you could be putting into an asset rather than liability, and then you stop yourself from building your generational wealth. Now, those are the two things that I want to talk about as your main liabilities. The next thing that I'm going to hit on, which could be seen as an asset or liability, is real estate. Real estate is something that when I grew up, everybody wanted to get a house and they wanted to own a house because that was going to be the main part of your wealth. That is what has been seen in America as building wealth. However, I want to tell you from doing my research and listening to my teachers, real estate can be seen as a liability simply because just like a car, getting financing, you are getting a mortgage, which you have to pay back to the bank, which in turn, like I said, on liability is something that is taking money out of your pocket. Now, on the flip side, if you are able to possibly rent that real estate property out and have them, whoever lives in the house, pay the mortgage and put money into your pocket, you are getting an asset out of that. Also, if you are able to buy a house and wait for it to appreciate in value, and you are able to sell it for more than you pay for it, then you are specifically getting value out of that. You are getting an asset out of that, in which real estate can be seen as an asset. I hope this helps. I hope you are tuned in and make sure you are buying more assets than you are liability. If you like this, please leave comments below. If you didn't like this, please leave more comments below. I like them all. Thank you all for tuning in. Marathon Capitalist out.